Throughout the pandemic, Missouri never issued a statewide mask mandate. Now the state wants to mask kids in schools. Eric Schmidt is the Attorney General of the state of Missouri, and he joins me now. Mr. Attorney General, you don't want masks for kids in schools, but how do you stop it?
Well, we're going to take them to court. We sent a letter to all the school districts across the state saying you have no authority, you've never had any authority to force the masking of 5-year-olds and school-age kids. And a lot of school boards now have moved and gone mask optional. But the ones that haven't, we've sent cease and desist letters to over 50 school districts. And if they don't comply with the law, my office will sue them on behalf of the parents. People have had enough of this. They've been lied to for too long. There's no data and science to support this. It's about power and control. That's what this whole thing has been about. And as the lawyer for the people of this state, we're fighting back.
I hope you were watching the show about 20 minutes ago when we had a long editorial about kids in schools and masking. I don't know whether you heard the bit about Lauren, my colleague here, a child in school that in masks, they're allowed to go maskless briefly by going into a closet, into literally a cupboard where they can take the mask off. And that's truly ridiculous, isn't it?
It's ridiculous. I mean, we've seen images of school kids having to eat a lunch outside,
Yep.
you know, in the freezing cold. I mean, these measures, first of all, these restrictions haven't been effective. There's no data or science to support the forced masking of kids. But what we do know is that there are long-term learning challenges.
Yes,
there's emotional and psychological problems. And it's time to take those things into account. Look, we've been successful. I've sued St. Louis County, the state's largest county, who tried to impose a mask mandate, and we won. And we're going to take that same fight to these school districts that refuse to follow the law. And by the way, we opened up an email hotline for parents to let us know what was going on. There were thousands of emails that came in telling us the stories of students, you know, letting the administrators know, but also administrators threatening parents that they were going to call DFS on them if they didn't send their kid in a mask. I mean, this stuff has gotten completely out of control, and it needs to end. I mean, this is a bigger debate about who we are as a country, Stuart, and we've been the freest country in the history of the world. People can make these decisions themselves.
Justice